Just imagine if you could have a CEO, business coach, a sales mentor, a marketing manager on your team. Just imagine how much time that would free up. You could even invest that time back into the business, or you can do what a lot of people do, is actually enjoy time doing the things that you love, freeing up a bit of mental space to chill out, relax, and not be so driven and so focused in on the business. When you have the expert team around you, you can see a massive shift within the business, not just the business, but your own mental state, which is great. But the challenge is, the problem is that many business owners, many coaches, consultants, and therapists find themselves in this never-ending loop of working really hard and getting nowhere fast. They have multiple hats that they wear. That it can often be overwhelming, time-consuming. They get stuck in this pattern of forever going round and round in circles and finding themselves in exactly the same space that they were this time last year. Sound familiar? Of course it does. We have all been there, and being able to break free from that scenario is actually quite challenging because a lot of the time we find ourselves getting in our own way. Now, things have changed and AI has grown rapidly over the last 3 months. And what I've discovered is that we can now create AI agents that we can have conversations with, that we can use them as if they are our own expert team. So we can call on them, we can get them to have conversations with one another. So you can now have your own CEO, your own business coach, your own sales manager, and your own sales manager, marketing manager. Well, actually, you can have as many different team members as you want that is going to fit and suit the needs of your business. I'm just picking on these ones because these are the most common and these are the ones that I use and I show my clients how to use as well. So they are a completely different breed. We have the smart agents, I call them. They fulfill specific tasks. So let's just say you wanted some stories created for your marketing campaign. We have an AI agent, a smart agent that will just fulfill that specific task. Social media content, it will do that. There's just a variety of whole different roles. It is creating quizzes, creating landing pages, writing sales copy. But what I want to talk about is big picture. It's much more strategic. It's more based on a conversation with the AI rather than it fulfilling a specific task. And what's really smart about ChatGPT specifically now is that you can ask ChatGPT which is the best agent for you to use that you've created to fulfill a specific task, which is quite incredible. So it has the memory of what each agent does. So it can advise as to which one is the best one to use. So just imagine you find yourself in exactly the same situation that you were this time last year. You're stuck, you're earning the same amount of money, business hasn't grown, you're working a lot harder than you were this time last year. Business just feels like a drag. You know, you're in the wax. If you just imagine a candle burning bright, you're actually stuck in the wax of that candle, whereas actually where you need to be is in the flame burning bright. But because you're wearing so many hats, it's super, super difficult to get out of that mindset and to shift beyond that. But now with AI, we can do this and we can do it very simply, super quick, easy, no additional cost. What's it going to cost you? I don't know, $20, $24 a month? Nothing. That's just nothing. So what I'm talking about are what I call founder agents. They are agents that you create, I've created with inside ChatGPT. That is my main AI that I use. And I have a group of them that I use as a CEO, a business coach, marketing manager, sales mentor, and even one that I use to help me identify collaboration partners. So these are what I call founder agents. It is a conversation. So let me just, these are all the agents down here on the left-hand side. They're a mixture of founder and smart agents. Yeah. Okay. So just imagine you have a specific business challenge. Okay, let's just make one up. Okay, I'm struggling to identify my best client. Now, what I would recommend is that you have documents that you upload into the chat here, which creates the context and the basis for ChatGPT for Lucas to work from. My AI is pretty good, is pretty accurate because I use it so much. You know, I'm pretty much on this every day. But this is giving me a much more general process for me to start to figure out who my ideal client is. But I recommend that you don't do it this way, that you give Lucas more context. You give your founder agents, the agents that you're going to have conversations with, the big picture agents, more context. So you'd upload your vision, your mission, your thought leadership, you know, the types of clients that you've worked with over the last year. You would set the scene, you would give it context for it to be able to give you better output, to ask you better questions. Okay, look at your current and past clients yet, define their characteristics, align their needs with your expertise. Now, here's the thing, you could actually upload the documents and then you could just say, go through the documents and do this. And then what it will do, it will give you the output. And then you could do, now do step two, look at the documents and now do step two. So rather than you having to do it, Lucas will do it on your behalf from reading the documents it is that they've given you. Do the same for 3, do the same for 4, do the same for 5. Now, what's really great about this, so imagine when I said at the beginning, you know, you wear all the different hats, it gets confusing, you know, you're not an expert in any one of them, but now you can pull on an expert team. So what we can do is we can pull in, whoops, by doing the @ sign, we can pull in Wendy, who's a business coach, who's been set up to think as a business coach, small picture. So I'm just going to say, what do you see? Or what's your perspective? So it's just going to give a different perspective on how to find and identify who your best client is. Here's what I see. You might have a sense of the type of client you don't want. You're searching for clarity, likely because you want your efforts to feel more aligned. You're likely wondering if there's a hidden thread among the clients. Interesting. Who made you feel energized? Yeah, nice. I like that. Very different. Do you see that? Very, very different from Lucas. Lucas, very much big picture. Wendy's really reining it in and looking for common threads, blind spots, missed opportunities that Lucas hasn't thought about. So I just want to think about, and I can't remember the name. Wendy, Harry, Ben, Pod. I've got so many agents that Tip, that was it. Let's do it again. So Tip is sales, focused in on sales. So each of these founder agents has been set up with a specific role. So Lucas, CEO, mindset, Wendy, business coach, philosophy, Tip, sales psychology. Seems like you're asking me to see about your situation or question more broadly based on the conversation so far. Here's what I see. So every time each agent is that I pull in is going what's created above is created from the conversation that I've been having with the other two agents. So just imagine how potent this is. If you start with Lucas, you have uploaded your documents, you can start to find the common threads, the focus you want to head in. You can start to rule out what's good, what's bad, what you don't want, really what it is that you want to focus in on. You can then pull in Wendy and say, what's your perspective? It'll go into more detail. You can then pull in Lucas. So you've got a whole team now working on your business. It's not just you. This will help you significantly to get out of your own way, but also to create a really good plan. You'll identify exactly what it is that you need to be working on and exactly what it is that you need to let go of. And the more you do this, the more you do this process, the more you work with these founder agents, the better and more in tune you become with your ideal customer. You become more in tune with your authority, your messaging. You become more in tune with the marketing it is that you should be creating, what people are going to enjoy. So these are very different agents to the smart agent. Smart agent think they're cool. Smart agents are cool. Don't get me wrong, but this is a completely different field now. Smart agent, specific task, write a blog post, write a newsletter, do my social media, write my sales copy, write my landing page, do my Excel spreadsheets, you take these testimonials and turn them into a client persona, specific task. Yeah. But when we start to bring in the founder agents, we are moving into a very different space. We're moving into a team of experts that we can use within the business. These are a complete game changer. This is where you can have your own expert team to help you to grow the business significantly. So let me just make sure that I've covered everything that I want to cover. So one of the things I like to do is hybrid training. I've started doing it, and what I do is I do it once a quarter. So I help my clients using the founder agents to map out their next quarter. And we use CEO, business coach, marketing manager, and tip for the sales process or clarifying costs and getting a different flavor and different perspective. But basically, we use these four agents as the foundation to identify what it is that's going to be focused in for that quarter, to plan it, and to actually implement it as well. What are the day-by-day steps that I need to do to implement this plan? And then we do that over the next quarter. We regroup before, and then we set up and we create for the next quarter. And we're doing that by using the power of the founder agents to create that strategy, that rapid business growth over the coming next quarter. So this isn't something that we do once a year. It's something that is constantly evolving and growing every day. Because to implement the plan, we need to use the agents as we would a team to be able to get that competitive advantage, to be able to be super laser focused on exactly what it is that we need to be doing in the business. So if you think for a second, what's going on in your business? What challenge, what problem is it that you've been repeatedly facing that you want to solve that you haven't been able to do? You haven't been able to necessarily find a business coach. You definitely haven't been able to find a CEO that you can pull into the business. You want a level of support around a specific challenge that you want resolved. What would that be? Just let me know in the comments box below. I'd be really interested to see what that is. And then maybe depending on what it is, we could do a live demonstration, or I could do a live demonstration for you of how we can resolve that problem for you. So what I'll do is let me know below. Just think of a challenge, a problem this that you saw that you're facing that you need more help from, business coach, marketing manager, sales, maybe another team member that I haven't mentioned today that would be really helpful for you to resolve a specific problem. Pop it below. Or if you want to have a demonstration of how this could actually work for your business, how these agents could be set up for your business, just pop in and request a demonstration and we can show you exactly how this can work for your business. But what we're looking at here are AI agents that we have big thinking conversations with around specific challenges and problems. It's about having a team that you can rely on 24/7 that's got no agenda, that is super, super intelligent, really crystal clear and focused in on your business to resolve a specific challenge. And not just to resolve a specific challenge, but to help you to move past and from that, beyond that, onto the next thing. How awesome would that be? That's exactly what I've been doing with my clients, and that's exactly what it is that I do for myself.